Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is June 15th. Today is National Megalodon Day.
It is?
It is. Our son is actually a big fan of the Megalodon. I think he was like maybe 7 when he read a book about that. And then he retained all of that knowledge, and it came in handy many times.
Even
throughout
still,
his life.
many years later, we hear about the Megalodon.
Sometimes we talk about something, you know, the Megalodon. I'm like, I know. I bet he's celebrating today. National Smile Power Day, which kind of ties into the next thing, National Nature Photography Day. So while you're out taking photos in nature, if you can get nature to smile, that is a really good
and
photo.
Happen to snap a picture of a Megalodon
in nature
good day.
While smiling. No, honestly, the National Smile Power Day, if you smile, there is a lot of power in that. It usually makes other people around you happy as well.
Usually does.
And if they're really, really not happy and you smile, they might actually take a swing at you. So be careful on that. That is all the stuff that's going on. And it is a Tuesday, so we do have Tuesdays with Charlie. It's coming your way before you know it. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Alarming new research claims that talking is more likely to spread the virus that causes COVID than coughing or sneezing. Now, let's go back to a year ago. If you were in public this time last year and you coughed, you were ostracized. I remember I had a sneezing fit, and I had to go hide in the woods for a week because it wasn't that long. But I'm just saying, it was bad. But now researchers saying this right here, just talking is actually more dangerous or more likely to spread a virus. They say conversations with friends, family, colleagues, and other members of the community. It's like talking.
So anybody, don't talk to anybody. And definitely don't talk about Fauci's emails. Don't talk about anything.
Maybe that's, I feel like there's like a Facebook.
It seems to be a correlation to me.
I feel like there's a Facebook Live block thing popping up in front of my face in real life right now just for reading that story. New study has found the beer industry has brought billions with a B, to the Oklahoma economy. So there you go. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. A motorcyclist who authorities say was wanted for speeding, reckless driving, and possible DUI, taken into custody following a wild pursuit that even included a stop for gasoline.
What?
You don't see that happen in many wild pursuits. Motorcycle rider wearing a shirt that said, "I don't stop for cops." Yeah, that's not a good plan. Was traveling at some points up to 80 miles per hour on surface streets. So unclear exactly when this pursuit began or why, but he ended up getting himself in a little bit of trouble, a possible DUI. But here's the interesting part, I guess. We got to read this part because he was cruising along and apparently was running low on gas. So he pulled into a gas station, grabbed the nozzle out of another vehicle, stuck it into his tank until the police got a little closer, and then just sped off and, got himself a little more fuel.
That takes guts.
Yeah, it takes something.
To stop at all? Wow.
He was caught in a parking structure. So, yeah, it's a bad idea, but that is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Actress Kate Winslet said she is done stripping down for nude scenes. So has she been in... I remember Titanic, there was the...
Yeah, I don't really watch a
Draw
lot
Me
of
Like You
Kate
Do the
Winslet
French
movies,
Girls.
so I couldn't even tell you.
But I haven't... Yeah, apparently... I don't know. I haven't seen... If there is, I haven't seen that lately. But she's done, so... Okay. I don't know if anyone was asking her.
I was just going to ask.
I'm going to throw this out there. Kate, I'm with you. I am also done stripping down for nude scenes. I've never been in one. No one's ever asked me. I'm a very heavy guy. Don't think anybody wants to see that. The new director of the movies, I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but it's the Johnny Knoxville movies,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
The director had to file a restraining order against Bam Margera. Is that how you say his name?
Oh, really?
After Bam threatened his family.
Whoa.
So I don't know exactly what's going on there, but it sounds like maybe it's, intense. And a new interview with actor Joaquin Phoenix said he would not force his son to be vegan. So he's vegan, but he's like, they said, if your son wants to eat meat, you can let him. He's like, yeah. So there you go. That's a story. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com. A new invention called the third eye will detect obstacles as you walk, and it'll beep if you get close to something. So if you're walking the streets with your head buried in your phone...
Yeah, which is stupid. Just use your own two eyes. You don't need a third eye.
Yeah, you won't have to worry about bumping into stuff.
Wow.
So they said, hey, how can I do this and not fall down without actually paying attention?
Getting completely out of hand.
So here's my concern. What happens if you strap this thing on, you're like, okay, I'm going to have this, and then I'm not going to bump into stuff, but then it misses something and you bump into something? Would you be able to sue the third eye?
What if you fall in a hole?
Yeah. What if you fall in a hole, third eye? I bet they haven't thought about holes.
How
about quicksand?
Insane.
What
Just
about quicksand?
pay attention to your surroundings, people. And we're living in a more dangerous world now than we have in my lifetime, and you should be paying attention to your surroundings anyway.
Do you ever think of quicksand? Remember as a kid how many times on TV that there was always somebody falling? I've never seen quicksand. It's always somewhere. Khloe Kardashian.
Island.
Khloe Kardashian's in the news. She said she's considering moving to Boston. End of story. I don't know why that's a story. Luxury brand, I'm not sure if I'm getting this right, Balenciaga? Balenciaga. I don't know.
Designer handbags.
Is that a handbag? They're releasing a full line of high-heeled stiletto Crocs. And this was shared with me like 9 times.
I bet it was.
Yeah. By the way, just so you know, I don't wear high heels, but I wear Crocs. So when people saw that, they're like, oh, hey, John's got to see this. Just want everybody to know, I'm not going to wear stiletto high-heel Crocs, just so you know. And rapper Pooh Shiesty was officially charged in connection with a Memorial Day weekend shooting at a strip club in Miami. So somebody by the name of Pooh Shiesty, I would have expected more. And Armie Hammer is in the news for, this is actually maybe a good thing, going to rehab. So it sounds like he'd had a lot of stuff going on in his life, but he's going to rehab for drug and alcohol and sex issues.
Okay.
So there you go. I wish him the very best. That's a good thing. We're big fans of that. That's our friends at timeforrehab.com. So hope Army is better. That is your scoop of the day. Comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday, just because we can. We pick up the phone, we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie, he'll give us some guff. We talk each week and we learn fun stuff. Everyone loves him, he makes us laugh. Sometimes he's wrong, then he fires his style. Get ready to learn some things. Here we go. It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic.
Well, today's a really important day. We got some new people tuning in, some new listeners, so we got to show them the very best. So hit me with your best shot, Charlie. What's the best stuff you got for us? Yeah.
Let's start with this one here. 2/3 of all the people in the world who have ever lived to be 65 years old are still alive today.
No kidding.
So 2/3 of the population is over 65.
Oh,
No,
wow.
I don't think that's the case.
How can that be?
It's not that 2/3 are 65 now, but 2/3 of the people who've ever lived to be 65 are still alive. Meaning, back in the day, if you lived to be 65, it was pretty rare. Nowadays, it's not as rare.
There you go.
That's what he meant.
That's why you make the big bucks.
There you go. I do.
Hey, speaking of all the people in the world then, if everyone in the world washed their hands properly, 1 million lives could be saved a year.
Really? 1 million lives just by washing our hands properly.
What's properly?
Exactly.
With soap and, getting all the germs off so you don't get sick from, eating something.
This study was done by Dial.
Hey, then, you like toast?
I like toast.
Yeah.
Okay. The ideal height for you to drop your buttered toast from, if you want it to land butter side up, is 8 feet.
8 feet. Who's doing this?
Right. Why did we need to know this?
I'm not going to drop my toast, and I don't want to land butter side
purposely
up.
dropping toast?
Well, we didn't have nothing to do last week. We kind of...
Your staff.
Here's the
This is
crazy
what you've
thing.
got them
Somebody
working on.
probably got paid to do a study on
that's
this.
ridiculous.
We shouldn't drink while we're on the job, but not 7.5 feet, it's 8 feet. Hey, then, Hewlett Packard?
Yeah, Hewlett-Packard?
Yeah. Are they still in business?
I believe so.
I think
yeah.
so.
Did you know they had to flip a coin to see whose name would go first on the company?
No kidding. So it was almost Packard-Hewlett.
Yep, could have been.
Well, there you go. Hewlett-Packard.
That's
That
a
makes
fair
sense.
way to do it.
That is a fair way to do it. And there was a car called
I
the
think
Packard.
we should flip a coin to see who goes first on our show.
We did. I flipped the coin. It was the John and Heidi show. Then we flipped another coin to see which day should we do Tuesdays with Charlie. It's Tuesday. That's which day.
Well, we bombed out on that one.
But there was another one called Packard Bell, and there was a car called the Packard. I wonder if all those things are related. I'll have to do some Googling to find that out.
Yeah, I could put my staff on it, but they're worried about something flipping off the post or something.
They're so busy.
Busy flipping toast.
Yeah, we got that handled. Maybe we'll try a peanut butter, see if it makes a difference.
Different flavored jams and jellies. You guys are set for the summer.
Hey, then, did you know that airlines all over the world are flying 10% slower than they did in 1960 to save fuel?
No kidding. So they're going slower just to kind of conserve some energy?
Yep.
Well, I guess that makes sense, but still get there plenty quick.
Well, tell them to speed it up a little bit. You're 10% faster.
Well, think about how much more it costs, and then we're slowing down because, they're trying to save some money. Well, Charlie, you want to answer a question for us?
Yes.
All right, I got a question for you. I think you're going to like this.
Okay.
What does the term piano mean? There's like an actual meaning for the term piano. Do you know what it means?
No.
To be played softly. I think that's kind of cool. Piano means to be played softly.
I'm going to go home and play piano with my wife.
You gonna play softly? All right. That's a little more than I needed to know, Charlie. Well, it's always a pleasure to visit with you. Thank you for chatting with us, Charlie.
We'll do her again next week.
Sounds great. Bye-bye.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The man who wrote Dracula never visited Transylvania. Bram Stoker was an Irish author who's now best remembered for Dracula, partially set in Transylvania, a mountainous region in central Romania. The story cemented the legend of vampires in the mainstream European and American culture. Despite Stoker's many world travels, he'd been all over the place. He never, ever went to Transylvania. Not a single time. So it'd be kind of interesting to write about a place and make it pretty much famous, because we all know of Transylvania because of Dracula, but
Sure.
he had never, ever been there. How cool is that? That is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline France. A video of a man slapping French President Emmanuel Macron has he slapped him across the face.
I saw that.
It has gone viral. So I don't exactly understand what was going on there, but it sounds like it was quite the raucous event.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's not I bet that guy's in a lot of trouble. By the way, I'd mentioned RadioTravelGroup.com, the big event they have, the Sands. They're down to less than 10 rooms.
I know. So if you were on the fence,
if you're thinking about
don't dilly-dally.
Yeah.
It literally is the best vacation you will ever take.
We have a whole lot of fun every time we've been there. So, again, RadioTravelGroup.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A Texas woman was arrested for allegedly shooting a nail salon owner during an argument over prices.
Woo!
21-year-old Joanna Vara and her 20-year-old sister Quetzelia Vara got into a feud with the male owner of a business back in May. Talking about manicures and pedicures. They went to pay for the services, but then they came back and shot the man. So,
Jeepers,
siblings fled the scene. Victim hospitalized, crucial but stable condition. She was busted. Joanna was busted and charged with aggravated assault. The sister also arrested the same day, though not in connection to the nail salon assault. The report said she was charged with evading arrest during a traffic stop.
Wow.
So, I don't know what's
busy
going on.
day, girls.
Well, I don't know exactly what the deal was. I wish they would have put pricing in here saying, because they were arguing over prices.
Because then you'd be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just wondering if, I'm not saying that. I just kind of wonder what would cause someone to say, I'm coming back with a gun. Because that's just a bizarre, I guess, that's why it's today's weird news. Brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. An explosive device set off at a gender reveal party sparked a wildfire in Canada.
This happens all the time.
Stop doing this. The device was only supposed to release blue or pink powder to identify if it's boy or girl. This happened in Alberta, 6 miles west, actually, of Fort McMurray. Back in May is when this happened, but it caused an inferno instead. Burned over an acre before being extinguished. Jeez. Travis Fairweather, a spokesperson for the Wildfire Division in Alberta, said the individuals responsible fined $600. Could also pay the cost of firefighting. I was going to say, well, that makes...
I was going to say, that
doesn't
seem much since they burned over an acre and the firefighters had
Fireworks and exploding targets can be fun, they say, but they come with a hefty price tag if you inadvertently start a wildfire. So the $600 is just the fine, plus the cost of...
Right, they should have to pay that.
Yeah, it's a bad. They've had a lot of problems with this, apparently, not just there, but all over the place. So please, if you're going to do a gender reveal party, don't. Or anything
Make
else where there's
cupcakes that have a colored inside or something like
different.
that. Don't blow anything.
Don't blow
up.
stuff up. This is a little friendly reminder from Aunt Heidi and Uncle John.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, Cypress Lakes, Cantonment, Florida. I don't know if I said the name of the town right. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
Cypress
Lakes.
Oh, gosh.
Cypress Lakes is a...
I'm going to say it's a golf course.
And you are correct. Yay. See, when you don't use your brain, we don't think it over. That's the problem. You put too much thought into this usually. So just go with it. Gut feeling. And you're doing really good. So in my life, think of the time I've made decisions without thinking.
Oh, yes. Our wedding day comes to mind.
Maybe don't think of that. Don't think of my example. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. This, by the way, is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by timeforrehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com, and this is quite a story here. I think it's really kind of a cool story. A woman's act of kindness inspired by her own survival story. Louisville woman who just passed her barber exam gave her first official haircut to a homeless man at a bus stop. How cool is that? Lex Morgan says that she makes it a point to take care of Joe whenever their paths cross. She said, when I pull up, I try to feed him, I give him a little bit of money, I make sure he's got clothes, whatever he needs to maintain and get through the day. On Sunday, the 29-year-old spotted Joe at a bus stop. And that is when she said, you know what? I'm going to give him a haircut. He was talking about how long his hair was getting, and it's tickling his ears. Luckily for Joe, she just passed a barber board exam that same day.
Oh, wow.
She happened to have all the supplies right there in her car. She said she had a near-death experience in 2016, and that has changed her view on life. She was shot 3 times just standing on her porch. The incident resulted in an 8-hour surgery, a 10-day hospital stay, and physical and emotional recovery. And she said, he just shot 4 times in my direction. I caught 3 of them. Having a second chance at life, it's just sympathy and compassion, and even having an understanding for others, no matter the situation. She said that she really hopes to lead by example and hopes that what she's doing is inspiring other people to do good things as well. But it is a really cool story, and there's a photo here of the 2 of them, and you can see his spiffy haircut that she gave him, and they did it right there, sitting on a park bench, a bus stop. I think that's really cool.
That's very sweet.
I've got a link to the story. It's in the show notes for today, and you can find that at the bottom of the page at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.